one.com. So add to stream. And how do I do that? Okay, it doesn't seem like my. Give me a second. For some reason I can't add myself. Alright, there we go. There we go. Now I'm in. Y'all come in. Fix my hair. Come in. And hit that like and share button in a couple of seconds. That's just my Bob Marley vibe. That's just what I'm feeling right now. So let's get into this, right? Just needed some relaxation music while I got everything set up. So I'm set up. You all did not come in and hit that like and share button. So make sure you do that as well. While you're here, say hello. Hit like. Hit share. Thank you, Allison. I definitely will let her know you say hello. She will love that. Hello to you as well. I pray that all is well, or I affirm that all is well with you. I'm glad you're saying hello. Hello, Lisa. I'm still in a voice transfer. My voice is not all the way right or back yet, but it'll get back. Right, it will get back. So let's get started. Thank you all for coming in. Hit like and hit share. Let's get started with what's going on in today's economy. Now, normally in any other environment, I'm not concerned at all about truck drivers and their boycott. However, in this economic environment, it's a big deal. It is a big deal about what's going on, more than the 110-year sentence. And I have been telling you all to pay attention very closely to the number 11, to that gateway number that you are seeing in the media, in the newspapers, right? In your news app, rather. A lot of people don't really do the newspapers anymore, but the news app on your phone, the NBA with Kyrie Irving, number 11, back in the NBA. Pay attention to the 11 gateway portal, as that is signs and indications that's hidden in plain sight, or the writing is on the wall, that people, midnight is coming. That Cinderella story of rags to riches, where the rags were turned into riches, right? And he says, sent the 11th thumbs up. Thank you. Thank you so much, Augustine, for that. And at midnight, right, the party was over. The pumpkin was back to the mice and roaches and rats. And she was back in another world. But up to midnight, she was in that lucid dream state. In another world, a world of manifestation, a world of mental manifestation, Cinderella. And at midnight, things went back, or reset itself, reset Cinderella back to a poverty state of mind. Up to midnight, she was in a prosperity state of mind. And at midnight, poverty struck, right? She was out of that lucid dreaming state. And so, hello, let me give some shout outs real quick. I did say hello to Allison and Lisa, Crystal. Hello from Arlington. Thank you for saying hello and tuning in. Hello, Jean. Hello to you. Who, me? Yeah, you. Hello to you. Thank you for tuning in. And Jean, I'm glad you're in. Being a truck driver, she said, or a former truck driver, she said she drove for 20 years. right? I've drove for 20 years, so this is a big deal with the Colorado strike, boycott rather, with truck drivers in that state of Colorado, right? Gwen, thank you so much. Uh, Thank you. Hello, Gwen. She says good evening. Thank you for tuning in. Gwen is coming in from Texas. Lisa, thank you for the $5 super chat. You got 2222. What does that mean to you? Let me know, Lisa. What does 22 double 22 means to you? Thank you for the $5 super chat. I pray that that returns to you in the manifestation that you giving it out by divine right and great avalanches of abundance. Thank you so much for supporting the channel, the knowledge and information. And I pray that that reaches you immediately by divine right, by universal laws of the law of exchanges and services. Oh, you was trying to send 2222. Well, thank you for that. And so, let me take a deep breath. Where do I start? Where do I start? Let's start. I'm gonna start my list from the bottom up, and I'm gonna dive into the boycott in Colorado. We're gonna end with that. So, proposed changes. If I can get this off. Changes to the U.S. retirement system are still on the table, and Congress here's why things here's where things stand. Retirement bills that aim to build on the 2019 Secure Act have the support of bipartisan. A House committee said last month unanimously to approve the RISE Act, a series of retirement related provisions that fall under this jurisdiction. So, under the House and Senate proposal, this law that passed ushered in improvements in the United States retirement system, according to them. They need improvements because once this economic system, caste system, bankrupts, a lot of people's retirement is going to be stolen with that. So they're already planning ahead to make changes to the United States retirement. So the end of this first quarter or the beginning of the second quarter, you can see the action on bills that over the political affairs of the Insured Retirement Institute. So under the Housing, Education, and Labor Committee, right, that an overlap in this bill, et cetera, et cetera, they are proposing a Secure Act that retirement accounts must begin, right, or begin to the age of 72 to 70 and a half. Those mandated annual withdrawals will start to age 73 in 2022, then at age 74 in 2029. So they are actually pushing up the age of that. So, like 2029 to be 74, 2032, by the end of age 75. However, the current law allows retirement savers over at age 50 or older to make the so-called contributions to their retirement. Now, this is on top of their standard contributions of $19,500 for 401k plans and $6,000 for individual retirement plans accounts in 2021 for those who qualify. If you qualify, an extra $6,500 in 401k. And so they want to aim to expand these amounts, which make it bigger. But guess what? It doesn't matter how much they expand the amounts you can contribute. People won't have the cash flow. They won't have the money. Right? I came back on screen. I'm sorry. I was reading from the other screen. So thank you, Gwen. You can tell my voice is not. I'm just gonna proclaim it's gonna be back right soon. I took 7 days off to get it, up to this point, and it's still not exactly where it needs to be. But thank you all so much. I came back to Super Chats. I had my reading glasses on and see all the Super Chats. Thank you. Thank you again. I pray. I know I don't. I have to stop saying pray. You all have to kind of forgive me sometimes. You know, when you was raised up in church, it's kind of hard to get rid of that religious terminology. But I affirm by your actions of exchange of services that the infinite God, infinite spirit, infinite power will return that to you by divine right and great avalanches of abundance, right? That it will come to you immediately, and it will come to you not only in multiplication of the form of exchange that you gave it out in monetary form or your investing revenues, but in plenty of protection and peace, prosperity, peace, positive energy always creates elevation. That will come to you with positive connections. I'm not planning on live streaming long, but oh my God, a long time. But speaking of positive connections, I have really been diving deep into vibration, frequency, and energy. And I think oftentimes we take that very lightly. We only look at vibration and frequency and energy as it relates to the people that we are in relationships with, friendships with, spousal with. But it goes so much more beyond than that. And that's important. That's important. Who you are in relationship with, who you are vibing with. Oftentimes we just talk about the vibe. We pick up people vibes, whether they have good or bad vibes, good or bad energy, right? But it's so much more than that. It's about your hurts, your vibrational hurts, your music you listen to, how it alters your mind, your mindset, your friendships, your relationships, your inability to let negative ions, negative relationships, and frequencies release out of your life, and why it's hard for you to let those things go. I said this today, and I don't mean to be off topic, but I feel like I'm always on topic because this is my live stream, this is my platform. You know, I used to do this live stream earlier. People used to say, get to the topic. And I'm like, I am the topic. If I'm not talking, you're not learning, at least not from me. So I am the topic. So I can, switch it up as I please. So thank you, all ladies. And Crystal says, I appreciate everything you do. Thank you. The infinite God will continue to enlarge your territory. Thank you so much. I pray that God enlarge your territory as well. We're going to add another P to that. Property, land, plenty of property, provision, protection, according to Psalms 91 and 11, another 111. And you all, I don't know, you all, when you give, I have to give out more, or I want to. I just came across something talking about the 111 Hertz today, the Holy Hertz. The 111 Hertz, the Holy Hertz. If I can find that video, I'm going to share it at the end of this live stream. I'm going to share it. If you all want me to share that 111 Hertz video with you, all right, Lisa. Okay, right on point. Then put 111, hashtag 111, and I'll share it at the end. Lisa, I pray that the provision of land purchase and property and favor and finding deals come upon you as well. So plenty of health, plenty of wealth, plenty of peace, prosperity, and protection. Because prosperity and money, and plenty of money, but prosperity includes money, but it's not just money. So increasing your financial. So if you all want that, put the 111, hashtag 111. And let me stay on the economy for right now. Po Boy Trucking says, what's the high ticket? My lineups are killing me. I'm losing. I don't know what you mean by that, Po Boy. Elaborate more on what you mean. The second topic I want to cover before we get to truckers in Colorado. School closings surge 82%. 82% as Omicron spreads across the United States. People, a financial winter is coming. It's here. It is here. Right? Officially, it's Christmas. It's Christmas canceled, and most people don't know it. Will the government be Scrooged this year? Well, they've been Scrooged all year long. So school closings surged 82% as this variant that was introduced exactly December the 11th. Did you all pay attention to that? 11 warning, December the 11th. So 82% closing surge, school closure surge for U.S. officials struggling with the sharp rise in C-19 cases. Winter break cannot come school enough. Now they're saying the third dose or jab, it boosts your antibodies against OMI, right? Against OMI, right? Or rather OMI. And yeah, so there were 646 cases. School closing this week, up from 356 from last week. And these are in states including Michigan, Maryland, Pennsylvania. We got Ohio again as the Colorado. Truckers boycott is going on. Shifted to virtual learning or closed for an early winter break. Several schools are planning already. People, wake up, right? Wake up. Several schools are planning already for virtual beginning in January, for remote learning beginning in January, right? And then someone said on my live stream last night, well, Queen, is kind of hard for people to plan. You should have been planning for this because they've been planning for you, right? So schools are planning to go remote in January. So you have New York, Long Island, the district switched its high school to remote. That already started December 17th because now they have staffing shortages. In Maine, the shutdown happened last week. 70% of students were in quarantine. 70% in Maine. This is a massive in-school transmission, according to Maine. Of course it is. Now, children ages 5 to 11 became eligible. Wow. For the jab in early November, as of December the 15th. 5/11. 5/11. Not 9/11, but yet 5/11. For this, they became eligible. And someone actually told me today, and you all help me make this make sense. They actually told me today that, well, a lot of the teachers who have gotten a jab are now getting ill because a lot of the students don't have the jab. And I was like, make that make sense. That doesn't make sense. I said, that doesn't make sense. Well, the jab was never meant to stop, or the vacation, right? The vacation, you all know what I'm talking about, or jab was never meant to stop people from getting the C word, right? Or the O word now. But it would just stop them from getting hospitalized. And I said, well, according to recent data, which I showed on my live stream yesterday, they are getting hospitalized. So now what? Right? Now what? They didn't have a comeback for that. See, that stuff doesn't make sense. How can you get something to protect you and then tell you, and then the people that's not protected, evidently they're not hospitalized because you're saying that they're still out here spreading stuff by the mass numbers. So they're not locked up in hospitals, right? They got to be out still in the masses according to the other, group. So how do you have something that protects you and the people that's not protected at all? It's still getting you something. Just yeah, it won't ever make sense to them. They won't ever get it. It's like, that commercial that said this is the egg and the skillet commercial. Like, this is drugs with the egg. They crack the egg, put it in the hot skillet and fry it, and this is your brains on drugs. I want to do that now. Say, this is your jab, and pour liquid in a hot skillet and let it fry, and say, and this is your brain with the jab. Because that does not make sense at all. At all. How can somebody without the jab that does not have it? That's what I'm saying. They're saying now the people with the jab are the ones that's getting at the high rate. So the unjabbed people don't even have it. That's what I want to tell her, lady. They don't even have it to give to you. Everybody I know personally that has it got the jab. Everybody that did not have a jab don't have it, woman. So they're not giving it to you. They don't have it. This is personal. I'm talking about people I personally know. So that's a lie. It's inaccurate information. Selena says she signed a petition. She's a truck driver herself. Selena says, boom, screw Colorado. I got a ticket last year in that same hill, I-70. That hill is no joke. Colorado just want their money. They bully truck drivers. Let's get into that, Selena. On that note, let's shift. So, truck drivers boycott Colorado after they sentenced. And this, you all know, this is what brought it out to me. The 110. The 110, people. Come on, y'all. Come on, people. Read the codes. People see the codes. See the 1111 coming up everywhere. See the 1111 coming up everywhere. People see that. Right? See that. So 110. Not 100 years. Not 105. It had to be the double 11. Truck drivers protesting. Double 11, 0. Year prison sentence on a truck driver who killed. The number 4 is prophetic of what will happen in the earth realm. 4 is prophetic of what will happen in the earth realm, people. On the 4th day, according to Genesis, do you all know what Genesis means too? Let me drop some more stuff for you all. Allison says she's howling on her getting queen. Exactly, I agree with that. I cannot read it. Trail rest, but that does not even make sense. Like, lady, they don't have it. How can people spread something they don't have? Idiot. You're stupid. Look at the data. The data's telling you who's getting it. How can they spread something they don't have? Okay, back to Colorado. I'm sorry. Back to Colorado. Because this is going to affect really, overall the economy. And with already, ships porting and, we having food shortage stock already. So Genesis, this is why I switched the screens and we're going back. I'm going to give you all a lesson. Genesis, do you all know what Genesis means? I'm going to start doing this on my live stream. I did this last night. I'm going to give a pause. I'm going to give you a chance to think about something. I'm going to get back to Colorado. I'm going to ask you this question, and I'm going to wait till you all give an answer before I give you the answer. What does the word Genesis mean? When we read out of the Bible, the book of Genesis. Answer that question. Let me see, can I do... I won't do that. What's that? Jeopardy music. I do that Jeopardy music. So you got your Jeopardy music going as I cover this again. So 4 is prophetic of what will happen in the earth realm. By the 4th day, there was light. The greater day to rule the day, the day, the lesser light to rule the night. There was liquid, oceans and seas. There was life. Seed was now able to transform into fruit for nutrition and vegetarian to eat, right? Um, so seed became fruit bearing, transformation, and then there was land. All of these things, the 4th day. So you have your north, south, east, and west winds. You have the 4 corners of the earth. All of these, number 4, prophetic of what would happen in the earth realm, right? So truck driver of Miami wears a mask. This is a picture of Flying J during the outbreak. People, look at this date, April the 11th. See, they're showing you the 11th. Let me see, can you all see this? Let me switch my screens. Can you all see that April the 11th under here? It's small, but here we go. See that? April 11th, 2020. They could have had to use the picture for any other date. They make sure they put that date on there. Colorado. So a truck driver that crashed a semi into traffic, killing 4. I told you what the number 4 means. And definitely my thoughts are with those 4 deaths as well. And condolences. And sympathy and empathy as well. The crash also damaged 28 of the vehicles. 8 plus 2 is 10. 10 is the number of complete cycle. The truck reportedly lost braking function when it traveled down here Interstate 70. Selena says she's a trucker. That's a hard, hill and, very much possible. So arrested on 27 counts. 7 plus 2 is 9. Oh my God, y'all don't even want me to break down 9. As Nikola Tesla, as he learned from ancient Egyptians, says, if you want to know the secret of the universe, understand these 3 things. 3, 6, 9, and understand energy, frequency, and vibration. 9 months that a mother carries a child or an infant or a fetus, the number 9, before you are able to be birthed. 9, when we look at the number 9, we see it, and the circle 10 means a complete cycle. A circle is 360 degrees. 6 plus 3 is 9. And then you have a half a degree is 180 degrees. 8 plus 1 is 9. 9 symbolizes completeness, finality. Christ died on the cross, metaphorically, the 9th hour of the day. 9 months for a fetus becomes out of one verse in the inside or internal of a woman into this universe. It takes 9 months completeness. Your circles, 360 degrees, 180 degrees, 45 degrees, 9. I'm gonna stop there because you know how to get with numbers. 27 counts, 4 counts of homicide, 6, the number of man, the number of completeness. The only day, according to the Bible in Genesis, that said that God said was very good. The other days he just said was good. The 6th day, he said very good. 6, the number of completeness. The number 7 means divine transition, the ending, the perfection of a thing, right? By the 6th day, God said his creative genius, it was time for it to be completed. And so on the 7th day, he ended it and he rested from all his creative works. 10 counts, and number 10 means a complete cycle. And again, 110 years. The number 11 is there to warn you Again, 110 years, people, right? 110 years. So we see the double 11. Um, and so Psalms 11:1 says, I will give thanks to the Lord with my whole heart, and the counsel of the uprightness and congregation is about frequency energy as well. And so back to my question about Genesis. Someone says something is coming. Genesis, um, Gwen says the formation of something. Lisa says beginning. Genesis means the beginning. Okay, all great answers. All great answers. So let me add to this to you. I'm gonna have to pull some stuff up because I was not expecting to teach on this. This is live stream, so everything is impromptu. So let's teach on this. Gene, Jen, or the Jene means that your gene, your DNA, your DNA. So the is in Genesis is for the ancient Egyptian god Isis. So that's the real, what they're not going to teach you in religious institutions, meaning of Genesis. This is where they got Genesis from. This is how the Bible is all from ancient Egyptians. So it begins to tell you about your gene or your genealogy or your genetic makeup, supposedly. And it's telling you that, it tells you that in Genesis, the ancient Egyptian god Isis, right, is her name it is a her, right? It is a her. So the ancient Egyptian god, um, in which ancient Egyptians where the Bible, much of its information came from, but it was distorted. But Isis is the female of the Trinity. So you got Isis, you got Ra. Ra is for the sun. Isis is for the moon. And you got El. This is where the name Israel comes from in the Bible. For Isis, Ra, and El. Isis for the goddess, Egyptian goddess, right? She's the great mother Isis, the goddess of healing, the goddess of magic. She is known by that name. She's the moon god, the motherhood, the healing, the rebirth, the goddess of fertility, right? The goddess of fertility, Isis goddess. And so you have the Ra god, she's the moon god, and El is God. So that's the Trinity, right? The feminine spirituality, the masculine, and then you have the infinite God, infinite power over them both. Isis is the mother and protector of the overseer of the people, or the rebirth, or the giver of birth and healing in life. And so that's where Genesis come from. So they hide this, and she's motherhood and fertility. And so they hide these things from the Bible to tell you upright. But they cannot hide ancient Egyptian history from the Bible. It's there. You just have to know to decode it. Like a lot of people didn't know that that's what Genesis means. Gene, your genes, and geology, and the mother god of Isis. And it's not true what they told you about a woman was taken from the rib of Atom or Adam or Atom. The rib just represents protection. A man is protector. Listing Adam or Adam first is just showing God's order of operations, that he wants man to lead, to be the head. But a woman should be right there beside him, not behind. This is why the side symbolizes and metaphorically represents, and the rib represents a protector. When you study your ribs and your anatomy and your body, it represents a protective mechanism of your most important organisms in the body. protector is what men supposed to do. That one man is right beside the man. The order in operations is that man, the male is the king, and the woman is the queen. The queen is not belittled. There's a lot of queens in the Bible who led territories and places and properties where there was no king at our presence. As in the Bible, they told Deborah was a judge, and they said, "We will not go, Deborah." The men told Deborah, "We won't go unless you lead us." And so a lot of religions have put one man in the back of man, and that's not even what Genesis metaphorically tells you. That a woman should be beside that man. See, you all didn't know you was gonna get that. I don't see in the comments. You all are quiet. I know some people gonna watch my replay and they say, "Now, Queen, you said you was gonna talk about the truck drivers and you went out into spirituality." I'm not sorry. That's just who I am. To me, it all fits together because I can't tell you all about current news without telling you all about previous history so you can understand. So it can make sense, so it can come to a complete circle to you. Right? And so now they're talking about popular gifts. 82% of school closing. Schools are preparing for remote learning in January. PlayStation, Xbox, these gifts and things like that. I mean, that should be the least of people's worries, but hey, are also scarce because global supply chain disruption. And we already, and I'm going to share this with you because the Colorado, the 110 people, and I don't want to offend anybody, but sometimes the truth does offend. But the whole George Floyd thing, and this with the truck drivers is another case. See, the elite creates a situation. They wait for reactions, and then they tell you that they have a solution. This whole George Floyd thing, people, what they don't know is they took account to see how many people would actually boycott, how many people would protest. And we're going to take account. So we can expect that when this economy turns upside down, how many people are going to protest and how many people are going to be just peaceful. As real life says, peace. Hello, Donald. Hello to you. Hello to you all. This is like my external family, right? So they keep account. They watch the whole Washington D.C. things. Let's see how people react to this plan, right? Protest. Have you all listened to Rick Ross' new release album Outlaws? He said in the song Outlaws, they call it a pandemic, but it's just life, right? Because it just separates the men from mice. He said, Rick Ross said in Outlaws, they call it a pandemic, but it's just life. Because it just separates the men from mice. I told you the number 10 means a complete cycle. A complete cycle is happening. And people, every 10 years, a recession occurs. But this one is going to be bigger. Since the 1930s Great Depression. Thank you so much, Natasha. Thank you so much, Queen. All my queens and kings on here, thank you all so much for all the support, for saying hello, for your wisdom that you share on the platform to make it better, stronger. And let's see, you all, Natasha, I pray that there reaches you with great and great avalanches of abundance by divine right and divine inspiration and divine making. That means over and beyond of anything that a man can give to return to you and everyone else that gives and that comes to you with good to all that's concerned. So I looked at my subscribers today, people, and I saw 33,000 subscribers. So I'm so happy and so blessed for you all to be here, to be a part of the community, It gives me strength, and it gives me a group of like-minded, prosperous people who will be multimillionaires and millionaires and billionaires to pour into, right? If you don't have a pitcher to pour into, right, then your water has no currency or has no purpose. So give me ponds. I need a pond to pour into, pitchers, so my flow can have purpose and prosperity. So I thank you all for giving me purpose. I really appreciate it. Even my haters, thank you. You know, your haters are your elevators. Your haters are your elevators, right? Your haters, they're just your elevators. So thank you all so much. They're going to make you raise to the top. And do this for me, you all. When you know you got people spying on your social media, they don't ever like or share your post, but they'll send you a text about something you post. Don't block them this year. You know, I was quick on my block game, but I'm not going to do it. In 2022, I'm going to let them see this multimillionaire live and in person. I'm not blocking them. See, one thing about a hater, they cannot stay in the dark for long. They're like cockroaches. When your light starts illuminating, they're like cockroaches. When the light comes on, cockroaches just spread everywhere. See, long as you're dark, long as you're not happy, long as they think you're miserable, they're under hiding, they're under suspicious. But as soon as you start posting that good news and that smiles and you know you got your little boo thing on, oh, here come the text. Well, they'll put it on a WhatsApp number and text you some hate. What? Look, just keep on watching. You haven't even seen the best yet. See, 2021 was just a rehearsal. You're going to get the real show next year. So I'm not blocking you. Don't block your haters, you all. Yeah, haters are your motivators. Let haters be your elevators. Let them take you to the next level. I got people that are unhappy with themselves. And their unhappiness, it comes out through my happiness. Right? So, that's what that is. But as we have this supply chain shortage, people, it's Christmas canceled, right? Truck drivers, Colorado's, this is going to have a big impact, big effect, as they're saying. Omicron is now spreading, and then we having all these tropical storms in the Philippines hit December 16th, along with Kentucky. So these tropical storms that are coming, and in the wintertime it's feeling like spring, and in the springtime it's feeling like winter. So 52 people remain missing right now in the Philippines from these tropical storms, right? As well, and Kentucky as well. So let me see, I promised you all I was going to share with you all, because I do a lot of reading and research. So much to the point that I have to decide exactly what I'm going to share with you, like when I live stream, because there's so much that I could, and I'm always striving to keep it under an hour. So when you are working out, when you have a drive, just cut me on and listen and re-listen. So let me see, can I find this in my history? I promise you all, because of the great generous gift and super chats, they always push me to teach more. Let me see, can I find this? About the 111 hertz. What was I watching? What was I watching? Turn your lights down low. Man, I was thinking about that. That Lauren Hill and Bob Marley was in my head all day. Oh, yeah. What was I watching? Good, good. What was I? I was watching so much. Let me see. Because I want to make best use of my time. Okay, was this it? Because I was watching too, was the sinking of the Titanic planned to create the Federal Reserve? I think I'm going to cover that tomorrow. Since the 24th year of the Titanic is celebrated, was celebrated December was it 19th? Yeah, 19, I think. Let me see. Was this the one about 111 hertz? Turn the lights down. If I can't find it, I'll do it on another live stream. Let's see. Let me look at my history. Give me once. Come on, y'all. Hang with me. 111 hertz. Okay, if this not it, then I'm gonna log off. And I'll cover it on the Titanic. I'm pulling on my videos on another. Uh, I think this is it. Yes. Look at the energy, frequency, and vibration. You gotta love it. You gotta love the infinite God, infinite spirit, infinite power. Will bring everything to your remembrance. All right, so we're gonna close. We're going to close. Let me look at my comments. Yes, haters are your elevators. Donald says, I don't even want to know I'm a millionaire. People need to think I'm broke. Oh yeah, definitely. They listen. It was not even about millionaire status. They just hate to see me smile. And oh my God, Donald, don't let me post pictures of myself on my social media with a nice male friend because I have more than one. Right? I'm a single woman, so and I'm happily single. Happily single. I was married and broke. I'm single and rich, rich. I'm happily single. Let me say that again for the haters. I was married and broke, paycheck to paycheck, negative checking account. I'm single and rich, rich. Not just rich financially, but rich in my spirit, in my mind, my mindset, my freedom, my life. I am happy. I'm not against marriage. Probably will get married again one day. Not against the most beautiful thing when you are connected to the right person. But when you're not, it's a prison sentence because you can't walk in your true purpose and your true self and you're not equally yoked with someone, right? And that person's mindset, even about money and spirituality, religion, will keep you weighed down and stable for reaching your purpose in life and living your life, right? And I love my life right now. I love it. I love it. I love it. So yeah, Donna, it wasn't even a money post, Donald, right? Wasn't even a money post, right? Was not saying that's right, Gucci forever. It was not even a money post. No, I have, let's see, two other YouTube channels. I have one that's crypto. No, this is Crypto Queen. One is Queen 111. One YouTube, and the other one is what's my other YouTube? And I'm also on Facebook on Credit and Cash Flow Conversations. And the other one is Crypto Queen 111. So my other two channels have 4 ones behind it. One is just Queen 111. It has 932,000 subscribers. So shout out to you all if you're watching me. And my Crypto Queen 111, this is just Crypto Queen here, has 1,510 subscribers. So yeah, but this is my main one. So this is the extra that you all get tonight about the 111 hertz. You're right, it's all paid off. Augustine says, I seen the shipping boats making words for satellite pictures. Augustine, what do you mean shipping boats are making words for satellite pictures? Elaborate on that more. Thank you, Coco. Everybody do what Coco is doing. Subscribing to everything. Subscribe because those are my backup channels in case something happens to my main channel, right? So Crypto Queen 111 and Queen 111. That's all me. And I'm usually live stream on all of them at the same time. So you all take time to subscribe. And if you ever see me not on this one, then make sure you hit the bell notification because I may be live streaming. Because like on my Queen 111, I uploaded a video about a 1957 cartoon about Omicron. So you all need to watch that one too on Crypto 1111. All right, so let's get into the 111 Hertz. Nikola Tesla, who took what he found inside the ancient Egyptians pyramid to a whole nother level. Nikola Tesla, this is the 111, right? So here's the bonus to the live stream tonight. Let's listen in.
Sound and vibration while they slept. Of course, the Greeks were not the only, nor even the first, ancient culture to use vibrational medicine. It is interesting to note that Pythagoras was the first Greek educated in the Egyptian secrets of science, medicine, math, and astronomy. This during a 20-plus year stint he spent in the country. Notably, a fundamental part of this secret Egyptian knowledge, which Pythagoras must surely have been exposed to, was a belief that sound and vibration had healing abilities. Consider the Egyptians used certain resonant vowel sounds in their ancient rituals. These vowels were considered so sacred that they were banned from everyday language and did not appear in the written language of hieroglyphics. Further, Egyptians used an instrument called a sistrum during ceremonies, a rattle with metal discs attached to it, which had been shown to create exceptionally high levels of ultrasound. There are some, such as Egyptian archaeologist Dr. Abdel Hakim Awyan, who believe that the pyramids themselves were used for sound healing. Dr. Abdel suggests that the large granite sarcophagi which have been found inside various pyramids were not sarcophagi at all, but rather conducive platforms for people to lie on and absorb sound vibrations resonating through the chambers. As he explains, every chamber within the pyramid has a specific harmonic, replicating the harmonics of the cavities of the human body. Sound healing techniques were then used to restore the patient's body to the correct harmonics. When considering whether the pyramids of Egypt were used in sound healing, it should be mentioned that a similar, much older temple was found on the island of Malta in the early 1900s, a Neolithic underground complex which displayed exceptional sound behavior. Archaeologist Fernando Coimbra described how, when within the complex, he felt the sound crossing his body at high speed, leaving a sensation of relaxation. When it was repeated, the sensation returned, and he also had the illusion that the sound was reflected from his body to the ancient red ochre paintings on the walls. Could this be the same effect Abdel is describing in Egyptian pyramids? Crucially, Coimbra and his team noted that all of the underground rooms resonated at the same frequency, exactly 111 hertz.
Now you all know I have to pause right there. You all see it? The ancient Egyptian, and it's about 3 more minutes I need to show you. So stay with me. The pyramids. We talked about the 11 harmonic last night. If you didn't watch that live stream, you need to go back and watch that one. The power of healing cancer cells through the 11 harmonic frequency. And now, I today was led to this video to find out that the ancient Egyptian pyramids all were built on the same frequency of 111 hertz. That's powerful. So when you all give 111 or 1011 or 1111, you need to know what strong hertz that you are giving into, because when you all give exchange to me, the infinite God releases more wisdom to me about how powerful this is, and the more information I get to me, right? And also YouTube 111 hertz frequency. It is called the heavenly healing frequency. That's how much powerful information you all are getting, that the universe releases to me to give to you all. and even those who watch the replay. So let me finish watching play. Stay tapped to this for about 2 or 3 more minutes of this clip.
This is significant not only because 111 hertz has been called the holy frequency.
Okay, let me pause again. I think I said the healing heavenly frequency. I'm sorry. It's called cellular energy holy frequency. I'm glad that video brought that up. 111 hertz, cellular healing, the holy frequency. If you knew that, I put knew that. That's KNEW. Knew that. If you did not know that, even if you're watching on a replay, put in the comment section, make a live mind message connection, and put did not know. Let me know. Let me do a survey on that. This is called the holy frequency.
But because when Pythagoras created a musical scale, during the experiments which followed his experience with the blacksmith's hammers, it started with an A note, which resonated at, yes, 111 hertz. Yet vibrational medicine goes back further and stretches across the cultures of humanity. It is not just the arena of the Middle East and the Mediterranean. 40,000 years ago in Australia, the world's oldest wind instrument, the yidaki, now known as the didgeridoo, was used to heal broken bones, muscle tears, and illnesses. Native American powwows, with drumming, chanting, and singing, have been used to treat mental and physical illness for many thousands of years. The Buddhist monks of Tibet have long incorporated the vibrations of singing bowls and gongs into their ceremonies and meditations. The list could go on, but the point seems clear. Ancient cultures appear to have possessed knowledge about the healing powers of sound and vibration, a knowledge rediscovered by Tesla at the end of the 20th century. But are these secrets of sound just fantasy? The irrelevant ramblings of generations past? Or something more? Perhaps it is not a myth, but science. In the early 1900s, a curious article appeared in The World Today magazine detailing the alleged adventures of one Nikola Tesla on a day out in New York City. It read, "He put his little vibrator in his coat pocket and went out to hunt a half-erected steel building. Down in the Wall Street district, he found one, 10 stories of steel framework without a brick or a stone laid around it. He clamped the vibrator to one of the beams and fussed with the adjustment until he got it." In Tesla's own words, "Finally, the structure began to creak and weave, and the steelworkers came to the ground, panic-stricken, believing that there had been an earthquake. Rumors spread that the building was about to fall, and the police reserves were called out. Before anything serious happened, I took off the vibrator, put it in my pocket, and went away. But if I had kept on 10 minutes more, I could have laid that building flat in the street."
And so, people, this is just not about, causing an earthquake through a building. This is not about, this is about knowing what music to listen to. Energy, frequency, vibration means way more than, the people you hang around, the vibe. That entails that as well. Uh, Knowing how to tune in to music tones. Uh, Knowing how to tune in to finding out who your mentors and spiritual leaders are in life, knowing how that helps your mental. You all said that it helped cure mental disease. Um, Familiar with the singing bowls? Okay, Allison. I see a lot of did not know. Donald says, and I have 111 hertz playing out in the background, a tuning fork. And I looked at some of those. I looked at a lot of those. I just, the person in me with my lifestyle, Donald, I just prefer to get my AirPods and just listen to my cell phone. But this mental health and healing, spiritual, even physical bruises, right? I was talking to uh, one of my loved ones today, my family members. that's diabetic, and they were telling me about their immune system has dropped some. It's so weak. And I said, you know, have you ever asked the doctors about taking zinc? They said, yes, the doctors told me some years ago to take zinc. And I said, well, you know, you may need to get, I'm not a doctor, consult with your doctor. But I love you and I want your immunity built up. So see if there's first some type of liquid form of zinc because their health is failing uh, quickly, speedily. And if not, at least get you some pills, right? And they said that they would do that. And so all of this stuff, the 369 Nikola Tesla, the energy frequency vibration, um, is much deeper than just writing things, um, you know, 3 times a day or 6 times a day or 9 times a day, which people have did that. And they said things have manifested in their life. But it's also knowing the hours of the day that 369 operate. When it's the high rise hours of the day, the high spiritual hours of the day. Why the circle and everything. So this is stuff that I'm really going to start taking time to share for my Patreon people behind the scenes, the deeper secret things. I'm not going to discuss those things publicly because it goes way deeper than the public information that you can get that a lot of people don't know. Because in my humble opinion, it makes no difference for you to be a person that's informed, but you can't know how to use those things and apply to manifest in your life. You know, what, like if I ask you, what does that mean to you? That 369 are the number of the universe. What does energy, frequency, and vibration mean to you? And, you know, if the only thing you can respond with is the people you vibe and, you know, be careful who zap your energy, you know, that's true, but that's just very, you know, surface level stuff. Not that it's not important, but you can definitely go deeper than that to find your inner self, the inner God that's within you, right? So I'm signing out, you all. That's my live stream. People, it's Christmas canceled. 82% of school closings. They're already planning for January to go remote. They're already planning for remote learning from home. Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you prepared financially to have your kids at home for the month of January? Are you prepared to see scarcity on the shelves? It's already there. I went myself personally. This is not something I watched on somebody's YouTube or read on my news app. I went personally to the grocery store yesterday. Very scarce, and it's the week of Christmas. Very little chicken, right? Um, it was a lot. It was bread there. It was veggies and things like that, but very little meat, right? Very little meat. And again, inflation is going. That's where you have high unemployment and high prices. Inflation is going to double X globally. This is going to be a global financial reset. Now, tomorrow, I might do something on the Titanic and the Federal Reserve. I'm not sure yet, right? But I'm planning on, and we'll see, because there's some things I have to really think hard about before I just hit that live stream button and share to the public. A lot of stuff I'm just going to live stream in private, maybe about the Titanic and Federal Reserve. There may be something else I only do with my Patreon, right? So that's the link to the Patreon. Someone asked for that. And that is me in that chair. That's my other YouTube channel. That's Crypto Queen 1111. And this is, yeah, I think this is my second one. This is just another. No, this the one you all are on now. That's my other YouTube channel, Crypto Queen 1111. And I have it on Facebook. Thank you so much, Envision. So we're going to look at the trucker strike. People, if you have not texted me in the home based business, there's a possibility this is the last chance you're going to see the home-based business for $228. All other prices are increasing to operate a business. Come January of 2022, it's possibility the 228 will be gone away, and the $79 monthly services um, for those who may not want to recruit people in, but you want to keep the services on a monthly basis. That price may increase. So if you want to take advantage of these last, um, how many days we got left in the year? I know today is the 20th, but exactly 11 days? Wow, that's interesting. 11 days. You need to text HBB now 254-788-1144. If you don't have $228, don't text. Because as of right now, that's the entry enrollment to get your business started, and it may increase in 2022 from that. So that may be the lowest you ever see it, right? So I'm signing out. Listen, here's to your health and your wealth, your peace and prosperity. I'm going back to my old closing, right? Your health and your wealth, your peace and your prosperity, your credit, your crypto, and your cash flow. And I'm going to mix it with the new one. How big can you think? How big can you think? Magnify your mind. Manifest with your mouth. The power of life and death is in your tongue, right? Mix affirmations with actions, and then you speak after you take actions, right? Multiply your money. Deuteronomy 28 says great prosperity. And maximize your mission in life. People, be blessed so you can be a blessing to others. Queen out. You all be safe out there. Take care of yourself. Keep your health up and your wealth up.